Welcome home. What makes Dark Souls fun? After beating Dark Souls 5 times, 3 huge problems stand out to me. 1. The boss souls. 2. The blacksmiths. And 3. The master key. To describe what makes Dark Souls fun, we have to understand why these 3 problems stop the fun. Starting with problem 1. Boss souls. Dark Souls gameplay is built around bosses, who are the historical figures that created the lore and the world that we explore, just like discussed in the Dark Souls Ocarina of Time video. Beating these bosses only feels good the way that overcoming an obstacle feels good. Compare this to Mega Man's bosses. Every boss is both obstacle to beat and elemental power-up as a reward. Dark Souls gives you a hard test, but Mega Man gives you both a test and a diploma after. Dark Souls bosses do grant boss souls that can either be eaten for XP or crafted into unique items. New players are often told to keep the boss souls to make weapons from, but making a boss weapon out of these is cryptic and the weapons are not really that good or fun to use. So, devouring them for huge XP is actually way more fun. Remember, we're asking ourselves what makes Dark Souls fun, and the crafting of the boss weapons brings us directly to problem 2, the blacksmiths. There are nitpicks with the blacksmiths, like the fact that they're fucking hidden away, or that their specialities would be super useful if they were ever explained. But the fun, shatteringly bad problem is the upgrade system. Finding new gear in games with Dark Souls DNA, like Chrono Trigger or Ocarina of Time, is instantly awesome, because you A. Find gear, B. Compare gear to previous gear and equip, C. Be more powerful and go out and fucking slay dragons. But in Dark Souls, it's A. Find gear, B. Spend literally an hour grinding for Titanite and souls, C. Upgrade gear, compare gear, and only then realize it's worse than what you already fucking had. Dark Souls 3 at least had the wisdom to strip out the armor upgrading, which makes finding new armor feel instantly cool. But the weapon upgrading is still there, and still without choices. As in, sure, there's electricity or fire gems, but a +5 sword is still objectively better than a +4 sword. Papers, Please is a game about examining detail and seeking permission. Dark Souls is about slaying dragons and should not make comparing and bureaucracy a mechanic. In short, fuck this mechanic, I hate this mechanic. And speaking of choices that aren't actually choices, problem 3, the master key. Once you play with the master key, you can't play Dark Souls without it. Not because it sucks, but because the master key is the greatest key in any game ever made with zero exaggeration. Why is that, Nisse? Because newbie playthroughs be like, exit asylum, die to skeleton, quit for a while, check a walkthrough, go into the burg, and continue down the natural path presented to you. But master key enthusiasts be like, speedrun the asylum, throw halberd knight off of cliff, get stamina ring and shield, wreck moonlight butterfly, get divine enchant, tear up catacomb for the kindling rite with holy weapon. You see how awesome and different this is? This is sprawling exploration, the feeling that spellbinds people to Metroidvania games and makes games even better on repeat playthroughs, where the reward of each path invites you into the gameplay of the next. Just like how Mega Man's Flame Mammoth is super effective against Ice Penguin, which means you can then go kill Spark Mandrill. The Master Key lets a good player be good, take huge risks, and reap huge boons for a unique playthrough every time. Fucking 10 out of 10. So now we've diagnosed the 3 problems. What can we do to fix them? The lack of boss reward disconnects the critical path and stops the flow. Killing Quelaag and the gargoyles is the key to Sen's Fortress. That fact alone makes those bosses feel valuable, which makes them funner to fight. Just like how the Moonlight Butterfly is guarding the Divine Ember, which lets you do the catacombs early. If every boss had something like this, the whole game world would tie into itself so much better. This is yet more clear in the game's second half, where the last 4 bosses are not only stupidly and arbitrarily gated off, but also physically disconnected from the rest of the game world, just like I railed on in fast travel in video games. The upgrades and blacksmith systems devalue discovery, encourage grinding, and slow down maybe the finest flow state, don't stop, don't think, go kill the next boss game in the world. And even though Dark Souls works by far the best with the Master Key, the game is simultaneously designed in 2 halves, above and below the wall, where I love the first half, but stop dead at the halfway point just after Ornstein and Smoke. So what's the essence of what makes Dark Souls fun? Freedom. Breath of the Wild starts you out in the middle of nowhere, where you're meant to just go nuts. And people love getting lost in that. Fallout 3 is remembered because it makes you feel like, whoa, amazing stuff could be just around the next corner. Dark Souls 1 is most vibrantly Dark Souls when you've learned the map, create a weird character, and just roll through it without stopping. The game toll boothing you with bullshit kills the purity of trampling bosses, learning something new, and growing stronger as a player. So how can future games perfect the Souls-like formula, looking both at the older games like Castlevania, Metroid, and Zelda that gave Dark Souls its DNA, and Dark Souls itself? Me, my Nisse's take is several unique levels that seamlessly connect inside one world, all sprinkled with different routes, shortcuts, and secrets. This does not need to be a big world. In fact, shorter means tighter, which means more replayability, which is what we want. A player character that is immediately free to explore all of this, with a clear recommended route for the newbies, yet fully open for based hardcore gamists. All I dream of is that one day, someone out there makes a game that's as replayable as Dark Souls, as rewarding as Metroid, as free as Zelda, and as challenging as Castlevania. I doubt it's gonna be from FromSoft, but hey, prove me wrong. Oh, and there's no contextual button for jumping in between Grinder's tits and having a nap. Gotta patch that in, FromSoft, 0 out of 5. If you like video games, share this video. And remember to dislike and unsubscribe. Wait, hold on. Click here for more Nisse. For more Nisse. Shout out to the people who are paying for my groceries. Michael Kennedy, Bartosz, Pumba, Nathan, Jay Pinkman, and Seppens. I love you very, very much. Mwah.